Welcome back to the Word Expanded, the Gospel edition. That's a mouthful. We're in Matthew. We're in chapter 5. We're going through sections, right? Rather than necessarily verse by verse. But we're in sections. And in this section that we're in, we want to start in verse 33. It says the following: As again, you have heard that it was said to those of old, you shall not swear falsely, but shall perform to the Lord what you have sworn. But I say to you, do not take an oath at all, either by heaven, for it is the throne of God, or by the earth, for it is the footstool, or by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. Do not take an oath by your head, for you cannot make one hair white or black. Let what you say be simply yes or no. Anything more than this comes from evil. Again, Jesus is redefining how God looks at things, right? God was very clear in the Old Testament about oaths, right? And the people were taking it way out of context, right? And they're taking it out of context because we have a heart problem. The heart problem we have is that we make vows, we make promises all the time. Right? We don't want to keep them. Just read about that the other night. A bunch of Buffalo bars had made a bet, right, about free stuff if the Bills lost the football game. Well, they lost the football game, and they have no intentions of paying that, right? They have no intentions of giving out free stuff to people because they didn't expect to lose. That's the first thing. But second, they didn't expect to have to keep their promise. We say things all the time that we don't expect that people are going to hold us to. Here's the problem. God actually holds you to it, right? Your answers, what you say, what you think, whether or not man holds you to that or not, God is going to hold you to that. And so you have this whole group of people who are trying to get out of things by saying like, if I swear by the gold in the temple, that counts. But if I just swear by the temple, that doesn't count. And if I swear by my mom, that doesn't count. But my dad, it does count. And they're making all kinds of rules about swearing, trying to get out of things. Right? So again, can you imagine getting an oath from somebody? You'd have to sit there and pay attention. Go like, did you say the gold in the temple, or did you say the temple? Like how's this going to work? Right? You're constantly trying to get out of the oaths that we make. God says that's a bad philosophy. It's sinful to try to get out of that which you committed to doing. Now, listen, all of us do that. Right? People say, are you available? Can you come? Yes. And then 20 seconds later, we get a better offer. 20 seconds later, we have to go to the hospital, or my cows are out, or something like that. It happens all the time, right? Where we think we're going to be able to do something, and then we can't get it done. It's why we need to stop, but we actually need to pray about things, right? We need to ask God, should I say that? Should I not say that, right? Frequently, I have great intentions when I say to people, yeah, we can do that. I want to do that right with you. I do. I want to go. I want to be there. I want to do this. But then when I'm ordering my steps according to God, God says, I never said that. I never told you that. Your steps don't include, going to Hawaii today. They don't include going to the store today. They don't include time for horseback riding today, or whatever it is. When God orders our steps, right, we have to be obedient to him. If we've got a bunch of vows, a bunch of things that we've said to a bunch of other people, it's going to make that really hard. So what God says is, how about if you just limit all this to just let your yes be yes and your no be no? How about if you tell somebody you're going to do it, you try as hard as you possibly can to get it done. You do it, right? If you tell them you can't do it, then you just don't do it. You got to be big enough to say that. I can't do that. I cannot help you with that today. Right? Going to cause problems, going to cause hurt, right? Going to cause frustration and disappointment. But you got to be big enough to say that. The kingdom of heaven, right? Christianity is depending upon this philosophy, right? When you say you're going to be somewhere, when you say you can do it, then you do it. Right? You do it because you said that you would, not because you promised on something over here, over here, or over here. So, good question today for you to chew on is your yes, yes, and your no, no? We'll see you next time. The Word Expanded, the Gospels.